It is time for our annual Women's History Month celebration here on the show.
HERstory in motion. All month long, we are highlighting influential women who shape politics, culture, activism, and history. All right, Da'Maya, give us our first spotlight.
First spotlight is politics. And it goes to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy has made history as the first woman to serve as Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Ooh. Her leadership reshaped modern American politics and showed that women can hold the highest levels of legislative power.
That's fine. That's right. So what does leadership look like in spaces historically dominated by men? And I kind of touched base onto that on Monday's show, so let's talk about it. Da'Maya, what do you think? Thoughts? What does leadership look like in spaces historically dominated by men? Because I touched base on this to where, they have all the power, but I'm going to let you speak basically to this here.
Yes. Leadership. I love leadership. I cannot talk. Okay. Leadership is where, you take in the lead of doing something so powerful, something that you think you would never even do. So for you to step into something bizarre and you doing it, like that's beyond leadership. So like, for example, you taking the lead as a teacher, you taking the lead as a police officer, you taking the lead of a firefighter. Like, you're that role of leadership.
Well, for me, I feel like, women needs to get their voices heard. Their voices needs to be heard and not downplayed by men. Because I feel like men have all the power. They're taking control. They don't want women in the space. They don't want women inside the rooms because they want them to be shut out. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, because you see,
women have the right to be inside those rooms, as with all of you men's. They have the opportunity to speak their mind, to speak their truth. And for you to let them sit aside, you taking their own ideas, claiming that it's yours, that's an okay deal. That's no okay deal. And that's my 2 cents on that right there, because I'm not diving deep into that. It's just ridiculous. That needs to be stopped. That needs to change the narrative. Because women take over. They are the world. They are the bosses. That's all I have to say. And for Nancy Pelosi, who made history as the first woman to serve as Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, that shows something right there. So for all the men out there who has the power inside these governments and inside these groups, these rooms that you are in, your time is running out. I'm just saying, your time is running out. That's my 2 cents right there. All right, let's go to our second spotlight, which is in entertainment. And it's the one and only Beyoncé. Yes, Beyoncé has become one of the most influential performers in global music. Yes, beyond her artistry, she's used her platform to celebrate culture, empowerment, and creative ownership. Yeah, so how does music shape identity and representation? I feel like, how music has shaped identity and representation is because, music has, meaning behind it, right? It means something to many different people. And that's why I feel like, how Beyonce, she's resonating with, I feel like with everybody, not with only a certain majority of a group. She is representing everybody out there. And that's what I love about her right there, that she is global, right? She is making an impact, not just only for women, but I feel as for men as well, whether she knows that or not, by how she is influencing her music, right? By how, the types of, the way that she is, expressing, her voice to us. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do. I really do. Not only Beyonce, but other artists, other singers, they're telling us something.
They're telling a story.
Yes.
Well, Beyonce, we're well into Beyonce
yes,
here.
Yes, they're telling us something into their music, into their lyrics, because we need to deep down, have a deep dive into what these lyrics, what the meaning behind, because most of the time it'll be about them, about what they went through, about their story, So, like, music has been around for so many years. It really shaped most of people's lives. And I just love how music speaks to me. I love how it has a meaning into the song, into just whatever. So for Beyonce, hands clap to you, because you're the queen bee. I love how they call it the queen bee. Like, you are making history. Let me say that you are making history. So claps to you. Claps to you.
Yes. All right, our final spotlight,
which is science. I'm about to say space. Science and history. Yes. And this person is Katherine Johnson. Her calculations help NASA send astronauts into orbit and eventually to the moon. Her work proved that brilliance often exists behind the scenes, even when history forgets to mention it.
So why is recognizing hidden contribution important? Because there was a movie, Hidden Figures.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it really, and that's, people, if you haven't checked it out, it's so very fascinating. You will be moved by it, and you will learn something from it.
Exactly.
But I feel like, why is recognizing hidden contribution important? I feel like why is it important? Because we need to know, the history, we need to know the backstory behind, of how, certain, this project or this certain thing, right? To get a better understanding. Because if you hit that from us, we're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I do get the story here, but
what's the full story?
Something's missing. Something's not tied together. It's the puzzle is missing. So when we learn about that, we get that hidden glue, get that niche. Okay, we see. Okay, now we understand. That's with me. I can't speak for Da'Maya.
Yeah, because we need to know the full story, because history is very important. I may not know it, but it really is, because we learn so many people in the past, what they did, what they accomplished, their goals, just everything. And for us to, leave it under the shadow, we don't want that. Like, we need to know every little detail. So that's my take on that. Women's history isn't separate from history. It is history.
That's right. And celebrating achievements doesn't ignore struggle. It honors endurance.